Hello and welcome to another deep dive in this series that I've named The Therapist. What else could I name it? It's about a therapist. But this therapist is like none other. Well, thank goodness for that. That's all I can say. Anyway, let's get on with the video.
So you've got these two. So like I say, the message behind it, I support. What I don't support is these two. Because what we've seen now is that they damage everything that they put their connection to. They damage. When you look at Archewell, their website now, not that I have, but obviously you're able to look into things before without going into their actual website, because I won't give them my information. But I think last year they only earned $5,000 from outside donations. They obviously got a couple of big donations from somebody, but rumors are that could potentially have been Oprah or Tyler Perry, who knows. But from outside donations, so this whole thing regarding their cult squad shows you really, because I would imagine probably most of the donations have come from them, that there's not that many. So whatever they're doing isn't creating large amounts of donations, and then they only give a certain percentage. I think it was a very minimal percentage to charities anyway. And okay, something is better than nothing, appreciate that, but given the fact that people are giving them money for charities, where's the rest of it going? So then you have these two. But recently we've just had information that's come out of them trying to censor young people. When they turned up at that school, they wanted them to sign, or the parents and the teachers to sign an NDA to say that the children were not to put anything negative about them online. So this isn't about protecting children. In my opinion, this isn't. This is about protecting them. And they target young people because they believe they're malleable. And they're targeting parents because it's a huge thing for parents. But when you have these two going in and talking about mental health and talking about family and the need to really look at misinformation online, can we literally scream hypocrite any louder? When you go back, right the way back to that infamous interview she did where they just visited these poor families, these women and men and children that have gone through the worst atrocities in Africa. And she had the gall to stand in an interview, and rather than highlight how awful this was, she talked about herself and how terrible it was being a parent, a mother, allegedly, in the royal family, and nobody asked her if she was okay. It's like, are you kidding me? So then you have the Oprah interview where they sat in front of Oprah, who did not do her due diligence and lied and trashed the royal family, the legacy of the late Queen, whilst Harry's grandfather was very ill in hospital, knowing that his late grandmother would have been devastated, the family would be devastated. Knowing all of this, they chose to sit. That was more important to them, to get their lies out, to get their story out, to hope that it would change the narrative of the people, the American people, let's be clear, because they weren't giving a crap about the English people. This point, they were trying to coerce the American people into believing, poor them. Then Harry goes on again to talk with Oprah in the me that, like I say, that we wish that we couldn't see, and talks about and trashes his family again, using the death of his mother consistently, knowing that this would bring things up for his father, which it did, because it raised everything up again. Especially with this was kind of going on whilst the late Queen was still quite poorly. Then it was going on into the late Queen passing and the King becoming, having a coronation. All the stuff about Camilla was coming up again, and all thanks to them. So they didn't care about what was being said online regarding their family. Harry didn't care when Netflix were coming out, and I believe, is it Orlando Bloom was taking the rise out of little George. Where was Harry's outrage there? Nothing. And so on and so on. I mean, let's not even, like I say, get into despair where he's lied. Where was the care for the woman that he slept with behind the pub, that he classed as an older woman, but she was actually turned out to be the same age as him, I think, or a year older? The fact that the media started looking for her, so she was forced to come out and talk about it. Where was the care for that? Where's the care for the misinformation that Harry and Meghan spew on a daily basis? Where's the media calling them out and saying, hang on a minute?
In this video, you'll notice that our therapist gets a bit heated, gets a bit hot under the collar. And in doing so, she shows a side to her that I kind of suspected. So, yeah, I'm glad you've stayed for this part.
What about your own family, Meghan? What about the family that you've literally thrown to the wolves, that you've consistently lied about and made out to be like there's some crazy family? When actually you used your father up until his money ran out. Then you skipped over to Doria because she got a bit of an inheritance. And then used people along the way to climb your social ladder until you got with Harry, and then it was bye-bye daddy, don't need you now, I've got my new cash cow, don't need you now, but I'll keep mum because it suits my narrative of I'm a woman of colour, and I'm a woman of colour, and but I'll keep mum because it suits my narrative of I'm a woman of colour and mummy will protect my lies. Where's the protection and the outrage for the things that her family have gone through? The fact that her father has been used probably by the media. And okay, I get the fact that people have said that he's also utilising the media. I agree. However, that's his choice. Whether if you think about it, he wasn't in the media prior to this situation coming out. He wasn't in the media talking about Meghan when she was in Suits. He could have done. He could have gone out and spoke about how much his daughter was doing this, that, and the other, and she owed him, etc. But there was none of that. Which, if he was a narcissist, which some people believe he is, he would have been doing. A narcissist is a narcissist. There's signs of it. I think, unfortunately, what he did was he spoilt Meghan, didn't give her any consequences, and with the lack of parental nurture from a mother because she was absent, this is the result. But anyway, and then we go on to, like I say, the fact that Harry's done what he's done to his family. Even down to when the late Queen passed away, it's come out that Princess Catherine was not able to go and see the Queen because of Meghan, because it would have looked bad and the optics would have looked bad. So they basically asked her to stay away. a woman who she absolutely admired and has never said a bad word against, she was not able to go and say goodbye because of Meghan throwing the toys out of the pram. Did Harry care about that? Did he care about his late brother? Calm down, Em. Calm down. Did he care about his late grandmother and her feelings? Or was it all about him and her? Meghan's feelings, Harry's feelings, which is what it's all about. This is not about other people. This is not about caring about other people. This is about them.
And this is a perfect time to ask yourselves, what is this about for this therapist? Why is she so obsessed over Meghan, predominantly Meghan and Harry? What is it? Is it her failed attempts at being an actress? Is it because Meghan is a person of colour?
All the time. Everything they do, it's about them. They do not care how it looks to other people. They do not care the effect it has on other people. Because Meghan doesn't care about people like you and I. Not really. Her aim is the Hollywood elite. She wants to mix in those circles, which is why she wants to rub shoulders with the likes of the Kardashians and the likes of Beyonce and Taylor Swift, Kerry Washington, etc. This is what she wants. Oh, let's not forget Kevin Costner. She doesn't care about the rest of the world, so to speak. This is her aim. This is what she wants. But most of Hollywood, by the sounds of it, from the things that we've read and seen, etc., do not like her. They see her for what she is. They see her as somebody that has grifted her way up the ladder. So I just wanted to come on and acknowledge the award show and my thoughts and feelings on it, and also a little bit of a rant about just, well, everything. So if you'd like to join me in today's video where I give my thoughts and opinions, and this is not therapy, so for the people that have commenting about me being a therapist talking about this stuff, this is not therapy, people. It's not therapy. I am a therapist, but I am giving my own personal thoughts and opinions. Take what you want and leave the rest, as they say.
So let's take a look at why she chose to speak about the royal couple. Was it all to do with money? I think so.
The first thing I noticed, which in a way is kind of how it's become now with those two, is almost as like everything William and Catherine do, it's that they have to either get in on the act, take away the attention. It's kind of like, look at me, don't look at them, back to me. And I don't know about any of you guys, but it just struck me as very odd that you know, the last couple of times Catherine has worn a really classy off-the-shoulder dress, and lo and behold, Meghan gets out of the car, and what is she wearing? An off-the-shoulder dress. Now, okay, it could be coincidence, but as we know, there is nothing coincidental about what Meghan Markle does. And so it just feels as if she is again trying to copycat Catherine, Princess of Wales. Okay, I appreciate, like I say, that she doesn't, you know, Catherine, you know, she doesn't have the, you know, the monopoly on wearing off-the-shoulder dresses, but this is not a dress that Meghan really does wear. She kind of wears like a cross like this, but it's never really been off the shoulder, not around sort of dating Harry anyway, that I've seen. It's certainly not her common look. So to me, it just feels like that Catherine has just got all this attention on what she's wearing, and of course Meghan Markle has to kind of go, oh, you know, that's a good idea, let's do the same. But again, I might be wrong, but we know that she copies. She copies. She has no identity of her own, so she has to copy other people. And so I just think, for the fact that they fought this, what is it, institutional racism? When?
Oh no, she didn't. Oh no, she didn't. Oh no, she didn't.
Institutional racism, or whatever it is, racism. When? Aside from mentioning it on Oprah, where they couldn't get their story straight because she was kind of like, when I was pregnant with Archie, alleged, this conversation happened about the colour of my child's skin. And then cue Harry, well, this conversation happened when we first got together, and it was a conversation about what our children might look like.
And there you have it. Straight from the racist's mouth.
So when was it then? When was it? Was it when she was allegedly pregnant? Or was it when you first got together and it was just like a general conversation, because that's what people do in families and friends? So they couldn't get their story straight. But of course, yeah, the media sort of bypassed that. But that's the extent. That is the extent of them tackling racism. What they've actually done has created problems when it comes to racism. They have attacked a family and accused a family without naming anybody. They have created diversion. They have created controversy, and just all out lying. But yet they're rewarded for it. So now we are in a society now where we award people for attacking other people. We award people reward, I meant to say, but they got an award, so it's kind of the same sort of thing. And of course now we have this Ngozi woman who has lied again and created diversion, attacking the royal family, all on around the same time they were getting this award. It almost makes you feel like it was set up. So how do people not see? How do people not see that this is how she planned it. He is the royal, and yet she is the one that walks in front of him. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because when they want to use their royal titles, when they want to utilize being royal, it's they try and act like they're royals, which means, because there is a protocol to being royal, let's be honest. But they only utilize that when it comes to the fact that nobody would be interested in them if she hadn't have married into the royal family, or he wasn't born into privilege. And this whole racism thing makes me laugh, because actually the only evidence there has ever been of a royal being racist is Harry. But yet, funnily enough, the woke community seem to bypass that, or will ignore that, where there's actual evidence of Harry dressed in a Nazi uniform or dancing, what looks like somebody from the KKK. There is evidence of that. There is a picture of that. But yet, that doesn't seem to matter. It's like the truth doesn't matter as long as it affects the agenda, and that is what works. This woke agenda that is happening, it's shocking what is going on in the world today. And I am so mad that these two hypocrites who are being awarded for tackling institutional racism, or whatever it is, racism within the royal family. But these people fail to see that they still want to keep the titles of said royal family. They want to keep the money that comes with being in said royal family. Surely there'd be more respect if they'd exposed this and said, we want nothing to do with this. Why are people so thick? Why are people so literally that they cannot fact check? Even with this Ngozi woman, why have they not fact checked the fact that she is clearly anti-monarchy, but yet she went to an event that was held by the royal family? Is there just a few of us that are just kind of like, what is going on? Why are people just not actually looking for the truth anymore? And yet people like us are getting targeted, silenced when we speak out about them. Oh, but that's okay. It is so clear as the nose on my face that Meghan and Harry are attempting to take down the monarchy. However, what they stupidly fail to realise, that if they do take down said monarchy and damage it beyond repair, they will be working in McDonald's possibly, because Harry is nothing without the family he was born into, and Meghan isn't really anything because she didn't have anything really before she married Harry, because Oprah wasn't knocking on her door, Ellen wasn't knocking on her door, she wasn't winning awards, she was struggling, she wasn't even noteworthy in Hollywood. So they're hell-bent on taking down the monarchy, but without it, what have they got? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This Ngozi woman is happy to take money from said royal family, but is happy also to attack it and go on and literally cause elder abuse to this 83-year-old lovely Lady Susan Hussey, who's actually now getting death threats and is afraid to leave her house. It's disgusting. It's disgusting what they have done to this woman. And I'm sorry. I do take back what I said yesterday, because I did get a little bit of feedback, constructive criticism, when I said that maybe behind the scenes William is trying to support, but actually they're saying things publicly because they're trying to appease whatever. Do you know what? This person who said this to me is right. No. Even if they are supporting her privately, the fact that they have come out and made a statement when they should have said, allegations have been made, we are going to look into this. We take this very seriously. That's it. That's it. But what they did was they put their support behind a liar, a manipulator, someone who clearly had an agenda, because you cannot have that kind of transcript from memory. You would have to have recorded it. What Ngozi was doing, Marlene, should I say, was being evasive, purposely being evasive.
I just can't with this woman anymore. She is seriously making my blood boil. It's just so obvious who she is. Oh my God.
So, of course, Lady H was asking her questions, reiterating and trying to get to who she was. Because I'm not being funny, she looked like she'd come out of a thrift store. She'd gone in there with a blindfold, picked out some things, and decided to wear them. I think anyone looking at that is going to be a little bit confused of who she is, because she doesn't look as if she's just rocked in from London.
So where do you think she rocked in from then? Maybe she was in African traditional dress. So where do you think she rocked in from, Em? So this old lady who asked her where she was from and wasn't happy with the response she got, which was, I'm from London. The woman turned round to her and said, yeah, but which part of Africa are you from? So that's okay, yeah? In your books, that's okay. Okay.
So I'm sorry, she had an agenda from the get-go. And I know I kind of mentioned this a little bit yesterday, but after seeing that award, I was just like, do you know what? I'm bloody furious. I am.
So what are you so furious about? Have you faced racism with your white privilege? Have you faced institutionalised racism? So come on, tell us what you're so furious about. You're nothing more than a typical British racist. And you should be ashamed of yourself for spewing your views to so many people online. That's what I'm furious about.
I am absolutely fuming that these two people get awards, whether it be bought or whatever it is, because it doesn't matter, because they get the media attention. You know, they get the media kind of going, oh, look at how Meghan looks, look at how Harry looks. They've won this award. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. When is somebody going to stand up and say, stop bloody lying? And someone do something about it, because it's not enough that the media some of people are talking, like you've got Megyn Kelly that speaks out about it. You've got Sky News Australia that speak out about it. Dan Wootton, GB News, and a lot of the others that speak out about it. But you also have the pathetic amounts of reporters or daytime TV that sit and kind of going, oh, Harry and Meghan, they've just won this award for just tackling racism. When? They've created a divide. They have created the bloody problem. They haven't actually tackled anything. They sit taking their money from the donations that are given, which then 5% they probably hand out to wherever, and then the 95% they keep for themselves in their offshore account in Delaware. And then that's it. And then they put out a few little statements, or bake some banana bread and hand it to somebody, and then it's like, oh, well done you, yeah, well done. When you've actually got the likes of William and Catherine who actually get on the ground and actually do something. And it's very hard to find sympathy for two people who just complain about the wealth that they have, which was given to them, not worked for. Harry has not worked for the money that he's got. Now, okay, Meghan did earn some money for Suits, fair enough, but she's not worked. That Suits did not give her the 16-bathroom multi-million mansion. She was renting a place and had a car bought for her by her dad. Oh, do you know what? Oh, I need a drink.